Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. I really tried to wait out the noise, but it looked like they're not gonna stop, and I need to get this video done today. I guess I could have did it out inside, but the sun's shining, so we out here, okay? So I had a dream last night, and I'm very visual, okay? So God always show me stuff through visual things that I'll get, but when I was waking up from out of my dream, I heard you have to take accountability one way or another. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting up, I'm trying to get to the office to write the stuff down. And God started pouring into me. Like, the world as a whole has been really playing on the fence. Like, they really have been thinking they have an option on choosing one side or the other. And God said, you are either the solution or you're the problem. You're either saying, I choose God, or I choose Satan. And he even said, not choosing is a choice, because you didn't choose God. And I had, me and my husband had a powerful conversation yesterday. And when I was talking to him, something I had watched popped in my mind. It was just a little reel, but the lady said, your anger birthed lust. And I really thought on that, like when I was in the when I was drowning, okay? The water was over my head when I was in lust. It was that was the origin of it. My anger wanting me to be in control, and that's where I found it in. And when I was talking to him, I was saying, like, it's not talked about enough how doing the right thing is painful. Doing the right thing is hard. Shedding from who you used to be and your becoming is hard. And I was talking to him about, like, when we used to, in our classrooms, and I might be dating myself, but the girl stood a babe, okay? They used to have us incubate in caterpillars. You know, we used to have caterpillars, and we would watch them create their cocoon and turn into butterflies. And I'm like, yeah, we just watched the caterpillar create the cocoon, but we were unaware what was going on in there until the butterfly appeared. But when that caterpillar is in its cocoon, it is literally unraveling everything it used to be, bleeding and shedding to become the butterfly. Like, it has to be painful in that cocoon. Even when it starts to become a butterfly, like, it's trapped in, it needs to shake loose and break out. And I even heard recently that if the butterfly is aided in breaking out of its cocoon, you know, that it doesn't use its wings to burst the cocoon, that its wings never get their full capability. That it needs to burst out on its own to be able to fly and be everything that it was meant to become. They tried to distract, okay? So I was like talking to him about that, you know, like that process and how you have to go through a mourning of your old self. But even how painful it is to die to yourself, how beautiful it is on the other side. How beautiful it is to become a butterfly, to become everything God intended for you to be. And I guess I said that to speak to the people that are on the fence. I know that it's comfortable to do what you've always done. Even in the heartache of it, even in the pain of it, even in the frustration of it, people say, the enemy you know. You're choosing the enemy you know over the life that you're unsure. The conversation I had with my husband last night, I am so glad I died to myself. I am so glad that I gave up who I used to be. I'm so glad that I went into my cocoon. That I unraveled who I was. That I let God put me back together and create who I needed to be in this marriage. There is nothing like walking into what God has for you. Nothing like it. Like, I could never imagine the life I live now. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine the peace and the joy, the love, the confidence, the security. That I have and that I'm able to be. I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth losing everything, including you. It's worth it. Yes, it's hard. You will literally have to question everything about yourself. And that was the hardest part for me. And God started being like, you got to change. I kept on saying, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I was good in the environment I was in. I was good compared to where I came from. But God has so much more. He's like, you're not even scratching the surface. You're not even scratching the surface on who you could be. Who I intended you to be. Who I created you to be. Who I seen for you to be before I put you in your mother's womb. Like, you have no idea who I see. You have no idea who God sees. It's worth putting all those things down. And the truth is, when you start trying, warfare is going to hit so hard, and it's It's not going to be outside things. It's going to be your mind. It's going to be the old you telling you like everything we're doing is fine. There's no need to change your life. You are more than enough, okay? It'll be, yes, you having an internal battle with who you used to be and who you are becoming. But once that battle starts, you have to choose. You will lose your mind trying to stay in between both. You will, yeah, it'll make you go crazy because there's such polar opposites. There's such polar opposites. I really had to tell my husband, me as your wife, I'm not who your girlfriend was. I'm not her. The day I committed to marry you, I knew she had to die. I knew I had to leave everything before that day in the past. I had to just stay laser focused on doing everything I could be in my days to become. And in the midst of you transitioning, it will be hard if nothing is changing around you. But let me let you in on a little secret. You're the change. You're the change. You'll be going through things, and I'll tell you, I had the thoughts like, why I gotta do it? If ain't nobody else doing better. If ain't nobody else gotta do it, why I gotta do it? But I did it. Some parts kicking and screaming, if I'm honest. But I did it, and I'm seeing the fruits of it. I'm seeing the fruits of letting God work on me. Listening to God about what I needed to change. Partnering with God and changing those things. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And now I'm just scratching the surface on this side, okay? Now I'm just scratching the surface on this side. I'm like, I can't wait to see what you do. But we're not waiting on God. God is waiting on us to choose different. To be different. And I just thank God for being patient with me. I thank God for getting me here. I thank God that I'm able to talk to you about it and hopefully help you get there a little quicker than I did. God knows what I deserve. God knows what you deserve. I love y'all.